Okay. Let's set this off. Cool. So it's that massive anxiety attack, right? So what I do is I pretty much pull back from everybody for the most part. I am super emotional. So that anxiety attack, let me describe to you how it felt for me. I felt like I had the same exact anxiety, fear of danger, fear of my life that I feel like I would have had I been trying to get out in an abusive relationship. I don't know if it was like all these delayed reactions that one anxiety attack just fucking released. So I don't know, maybe it was me finally reacting to having to get out of that relationship from Michael. I don't know. Or maybe I was just fucking smoked too much pot and got super paranoid, and that's what my brain came up with for who knows what reason. But regardless, in that moment, even though I knew I was not in this situation, my brain was reacting as if I was in a very abusive relationship and I needed to get my shit and get out. Did I know I was at a friend's place? Yes. Did I know that they're not doing anything to me. They're not abusive. So I understood that even though my brain was reacting as if I was still in the apartment with my ex-boyfriend, that I was not, and that I just needed to, there were a couple of things that I needed to do just to kind of make myself feel better, even though I knew I wasn't in that situation, like do all my laundry, and I did pack everything up. I don't know if that reaction is because my brain wanted me out of there and it knew it needed to make me react that way in order to get me out. Because I did need to take a step back from everything and kind of reevaluate, where am I? Am I doing what I want to do? Am I happy? Is there more I can do to feel more happy? My goal of this is just be happy. That's it. Do shit that makes me happy. And which is helping friends, being there for friends, doing what I can to help people. Be nice. Be nice is a big one. I lost my sentence. We'll get back to that. So it's just been, I don't know. Taking a step back and kind of being a little less dependent on the amount of people I was depending on. I don't know. So I don't even know why I react like that. I don't know. It's just how I'm reacting, and I'm trying to go where I feel like is right for me. If it means not doing things I used to do in the past, it's gonna include that. I let guilt drive me to do things that I don't necessarily want to do. And it's sheerly out of guilt. So what I'm doing is disconnecting so there is no guilt associated with not doing it. If I disconnect from everything, I don't need an answer to anyone, if that makes sense. A lot of the times it's self-imposed guilt. It's not even shit anyone's doing. It's how I just am. I want to do everything I can to help people. And I know I burn out of that because I offer myself way more than I should. So I'm trying to, instead of go through the million things that are, using my energy, if I have to go through them and individually be like, no, I don't want you, or no, I'm going to cut this one off, that's going to be super draining and super just not fun for me. And it will prolong this time of resetting my circle, resetting who I want to be in it, understanding now that I can allow them some parts of my, like, access to some parts of my life, but I don't need to allow them access to all of it. It is up to me how much of my life you are a part of. And that's okay. That is okay. And that goes for any kind of relationship on any level, I believe. Everyone gets to determine where their boundaries are. Just because your boundary pushes into somebody else's does not give you the right to expect them to draw back their boundary just to satisfy you. So yeah. Let's see, what else major? I've been reading a lot about the systematic racism, books on that. I have read like White Privilege, The White Racial Frame, White Rage. I'm reading Blackout. I'm reading Color of Law. There's one more. Racism Without Racists. And it's opened my eyes to some things. It's definitely changed a lot of what I see, a lot of what I'm looking at. Right now, currently, yes, these are the books I'm reading. But I want to read about other viewpoints. I want to figure out, okay, I can't be either or. It can't be this option or this option. There's got to be a way that works. There has to be. You can't just be yes or no. There has to be some maybes, because you can't ask somebody to take a full-on stance on one subject and then all the other subjects. It is so more intertwined than that. You can't say pro-life without it meaning some things. You can't say pro-choice without meaning some things. And sometimes people lean in one direction more in a subgroup that, I don't know, it's more complicated than it seems. It's not about choosing pro-life, pro-choice. It goes much more deeper than that. So much more deeper. And I think everyone deserves a chance to be heard from their point of view, right? Would you not want your point of view to be heard? And that's all people are asking. So if you can, with an open mind, go and study the other side, you may be surprised about what you find. I challenge you on one thing. Go read a peer-reviewed article or something like that actually has the stats, that actually has legit info. Yeah. And read about it and see if there's not any kind of bridge between both views, any kind at all. Or maybe it'll just let you understand their side more. It may strengthen your view. It may. It may make you maybe question something on your side. Who knows? It may allow you to see why these people say these things. What are their experiences? What have they gone through? It's not about, here's what I believe. Have it. It's about, here's what I believe. Here is what, this is why. These are experiences I'm drawing from. And you may see that their point of view makes a whole lot more fucking sense once you understand why they have that position. You may not agree with it, but at least now you have some understanding about their position. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. I'm currently talking to someone in Texas, and we're going back on some views. We don't disagree. See, I'm just learning about all this stuff, but I need people to talk to. So I'm talking to her, and she's being very kind, and we don't agree on everything. We do not. There are some aspects that we 100% different views. But instead of belittling one another, we are talking back and forth. Sometimes I just ramble on and on and on because I don't have many people to talk about this with. I told her, it's like, you're one of the few. So, I mean, it's just nice. She sends me videos about stuff that she thinks I should watch. I watch every single video she sends me. Do you know why? Because I want to understand. And you know what I'm finding? On some of these issues, on the bullet point number 1 headline for this topic, guess what? I don't totally disagree with everything I'm reading about. I don't. Because I thought what I was being told meant this. This is what I know about this topic. I assume it's going to fall in this sphere, right? Because that's what I know about the topic. But when I talk to people, when I'm sharing information, when I'm watching videos, what I am finding is, yes, you have this globe over here, and there's this other globe, the opposite side. And those two views, yes, do not align. But as you come into the middle, and by the way, I hope all this makes sense. So this is the pro-life, and this is pro-choice. You're going to find that there's a lot more. I've done no research on this or whatsoever. You will find, specifically to abortion, but you will find it's not just exactly how it's made out to be. There's going to be some discussion down in the middle where people are coming together and are actually having conversations that made them realize, for this reason or that reason, oh, okay, like I understand, or actually I agree with you, or no, or this is why I disagree. It's played off like it's these two very, very, it is very different. But they played off like there's no common ground whatsoever between the two topics, the pro and the anti, whatever the issue. That's what they act like. When there's so much more happening between the groups that actually they do identify with something on the other side is what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're going to change minds. I'm just saying you're going to create a mindset that allows people to have other opinions. That's all.